stars in the sky. Did we ever stop and wondered why? We let our love shine all through the night. Just you and me, babe, until the morning light. The morning. Come on up, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. Just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. Stay up until the morning light. The morning light. The morning light. Baby, you're out of sight. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We're dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning. Stay up until the morning light.
Hello, everybody. And I can't figure out how to show myself again. Here we go. Geez, I thought I was getting better at this, and now that happens to me. Sorry. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is Thursday. What is the date today? Thursday, December 17th, and I'm in front of the red sofa for another spontaneous procrastination. Help distract you from your normal, everyday, whatever it is you're doing. Don't tell your boss. I won't tell them if you won't tell mine. And spoiler alert, I'm my boss. So I saw a lot of people here were writing about there's some snowstorms. So yeah, here in Hamburg we have had just a tiny little bit of snow some of the early mornings, and otherwise no snow yet. But I don't know if you can see back here. So this is outside and it's 3:30 in the afternoon, and that's how dark it is already. So like the sun sort of rises around 8:45 in the morning, and probably by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's totally dark here again. So I'm jealous of anybody who lives any place right now where the sun stays out longer. However, I have to say it's kind of a toss-up, because in the summer, some days the sun rises here at like 4:30 in the morning and doesn't set until like 11 o'clock at night. So I don't know, but I wish I could like save some of that, like put it into an account, and now that I need it, take it out. Can somebody invent that, please? So hi, Brandon. Hey, Vet. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, it's nice to see you all here. Thanks for coming. So I have a little bit of an itinerary for today, a little bit of a plan for what I wanted to do, and it includes showing you some of my favorite, some of the favorite travel-related pictures that I found in my phone. In like a half an hour of searching. I spend all this time making all these videos, and I very rarely think about the photos that I make, and a lot of times I really forget to take photos, and when I do take photos, I forget that sometimes they turn out pretty well. And I think, for a lot of people who don't make, YouTube videos like I do, photos are the main way that they remember what it was they did and when they did it. So Marlos writes here, Morgan, you are our sunshine. Oh, thank you so much. Can you see me shining? A super chat from Brandon already. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Thanks, Brandon. Oh, and you're welcome for the sub. Luis writes, I plan to go grocery shopping today at some point. It's kind of nerve-wracking with all the germs out there. Yeah, I left my house today, even though Germany is back on really strict lockdown. So basically anything outside that's not somehow considered necessary is closed. So the clothing stores are closed, the electronic stores are closed. Only restaurants and places where you can buy food and like pharmacies are open. Everything else is closed again. And that's why I'm stuck here. Well, you know, when I say stuck here, that makes it sound so negative. But yeah, I am staying at home as everybody else is at the moment to try to get our numbers back down because they were climbing really high again. And I know this is kind of a bummer to talk about, and I don't talk about this very often. And let me just get it out of the way really quickly before we get to the travel pictures. And then I want to show you another preview of tomorrow's daily vlog, which is going online. So make sure you stick around for that because the seas on the day that I recorded this video, the ocean, I have never experienced the ocean to be this calm. It looks like an illusion. It looks like I used like computer aided graphics to smooth out the ocean. I can't wait to show it to you. I'm going to show you a little clip of it later in this video, and then you'll get to see the whole thing tomorrow when I put it online. LJ Merritz writes, how come restaurants are open but not shops? Restaurants are only open for takeaway. You can't go and sit there. They have to like hand it to you out of the window, basically. And then the grocery stores are open. Let's see, who else do we have here? Carol's here. Alicia's here. Colette is here from snowy New Jersey. Oh, Cheryl and Ed, are you guys gone already? Good night. All right, well, let's get into it. I want to show you, like I said, I want to show you just some of the pictures that I sort of plucked out of my photo, my picture roll, out of my camera. Hey, Cindy, thanks for coming over. Cindy's here from Columbus. Is it snowing in Columbus too? It seems to be snowing in most places in the United States right now. Look at how dark, look at how much darker it's gotten already in like the 5 minutes since I mentioned it. The sun goes like this nowadays, and it's done. All right, so these are in no particular order, and these are just some shots that I, took out of my camera roll that I wanted to, you know, share like a memory with you or talk about the way the shot is set up and stuff like that. And this is one of them I picked out. This was taken actually, I want to say, when we were flying to the States in January for our Disney cruise and our Carnival cruise. And I don't know, I just think there's something really cool about this shot. There's perspective. So you see, you know, like the lines are all pointing towards the cabin steward there serving the drinks. And I have to say, I can see quite a few empty seats on this shot. And interestingly enough, when you go on a flight now, it's fuller than this. And this was before everything that's happening now. So, you know, not to get too political, but some things I just don't understand. And, you know, I think the first time I remember them putting really cool, like this really cool kind of lighting on flights, or the first time that I experienced it was when we got to fly with Virgin. But I don't remember what flight that was. I think when we flew from Los Angeles to Las Vegas or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So let's go on to the next shot here. And like I said, these are in no particular order. Some of them are quite new and some of them are a little bit older. And this one is from, who can tell me where this is from? I think most of you who are at this chat will know where this was taken. So I'll wait and see if you can guess, and I'm sure that you're going to get it. LJ Merritt says, nice pick, like the lighting. Thank you very much. So can really none of you guess where this was taken? It's not that long ago. Or the comments stopped again. Hello, Michelle in British Columbia. Oh, Yvette's got it right. It's on Mindshift. Yeah, this was taken on the Mindshift 1, the cruise that I did with Marcus, where we decided to get that upgrade. This is in our cabin, and that's not even the entire window. There's still like more panels on one side and more panels on the other side. Yeah, so Jamie got it right here too. And Daniela, actually, this was the second cruise back. So the first cruise back, I was in the balcony cabin on the Mein Schiff. And the first cruise back, yeah, balcony cabin on the Mein Schiff alone. And the second cruise back, or the second cruise was then when I went on Mein Schiff with Marcus and we got this suite. And this is from that suite. Hi, Nyla. Welcome and hello to Kansas City. All right, so for anybody who just showed up, like I said, we're going through some of my favorite photos of the last few years, and then I'm going to give you a little preview of tomorrow's video coming up. What is this one? Oh, yeah, this is also in that suite. So, it sounds arrogant when I say, yeah, this is a really good shot. But one thing that makes this really good is also just the design of the room itself. Like, can you see how... Wait, I need this finger. This, like, this square above the bed, that's part of the ceiling. And it just, it's almost hard to take a bad picture of the bed because the architect and the designers did just such a good job of creating this space. You know what I mean? So for those of you who maybe haven't watched that series or seen the tour of this suite, this is the bottom floor, and then above this was the second floor, and that's where our like outdoor sun loft was. So just outside of the frame on the left side, there's a stairway going up to our second floor, which is above there. And yeah, I just really like the way this looks. Hey, Rob. Glad you could make it. We're going through some pictures right now. But, as I look at this, I remember again that even though it was awesome to make pictures of, and it was, of course, awesome to stay there, there were some things about it that were just kind of like, why did they do it like that? Like, you can see, if you look at the, I don't know if I can, do you guys see my mouse when I move this? You don't, do you? Do you see my mouse? Well, above the bed is like this wooden sort of like Jenga puzzling like checkerboard, and that is that's like wood, and behind that is glass, and on the other side of that is the bathroom. And so when somebody gets up at the night and turns on the light in the bathroom, then the whole cabin gets light. So Jamie, thanks for coming. I hope everything is okay at the doctor. See you later. Louise wants to know, now that you are homebound, have you prepared any new dishes or cocktails? Actually, funny you should say that, because I haven't been drinking a lot of cocktails at all. Now, wait a second. That doesn't mean that I haven't been drinking. It just hasn't been cocktails. I'm on a beer and red wine phase at the moment. I don't know about you all, but I go through phases where I went through a phase where I just wanted to have a gin tonic, or it was all about gin and trying all sorts of new gin. And then it was all about vodka and trying all new vodka. And at the moment, I'm just really getting into red wine and beer, not at the same time. So like either have a beer or have a red wine, at night when we're watching Netflix or whatever. Dan writes, he has an idea for the second channel, Disney drinks. I make a smoked turkey drink. That is great. I'd love to see you make a few for us. Don't mean to get you off topic. There's no turkey in it. Dan, I know exactly what drink you're talking about because I had it at Kona Cafe and I thought it was fantastic. It's the one with the 3 dark cherries on top of it, right? LJ writes, I love hard cider. Yeah, cider is great. But one thing about cider is it can be really sweet. For me, cider is more of a summer thing because it's so, I don't know, because of its sweet and it's, I don't know. I guess I just don't usually think of drinking cider in the winter. I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next photo. Is it this one? Wait, where are we? Here we are. This is a picture of me, and this was on the first cruise that I did coming back. I know you can't see me right now, but I'm sure you can hear me. And so this was a sunset, I think actually on the last night. So yeah, I just thought this was a really cool shot. You can see the pool there and the the sun shining on the pool deck as it's setting, and I just thought the colors and everything were amazing. And one thing that I noticed here is that when I have a mask on like that, it makes my forehead look even bigger, which is of course not something that I appreciate. Oh well. Yeah, definitely a swirl of colors. Let's move on to the next photo. Thank you everybody who's here. I'm so happy to distract you, and believe me, you're helping me too. You're really distracting me too and keeping me company, and I just really love doing this. Nyla says, I've replicated a few Disney drinks from their mixology class. Yum. Yeah, Disney has great cocktails. I mean, it depends on where you go, but I have had some great cocktails at Disney. All right, moving on to the next photo, and I can't tell what it is from the little thumbnail here. Oh, so this is something that I think probably a lot of you haven't seen. Do any of you recognize what this is? I'll give you a few minutes to ask or to guess. Mulled wine. Germany at Epcot has a great one. Whoever thought hot spice wine could be so good? Yes, Joyce. Oh wait, here, let me get in the shot. Joyce. Mulled wine, or as we call it in Germany, Glühwein. It's like a really special Christmas market thing. And this year there are no Christmas markets. However, almost all the restaurants that are offering to go right now, which is the only way you can go to a restaurant now is to go get stuff and take it away. Almost all the to-go restaurants are also offering Glühwein or mulled wine. So a lot of people are like grabbing one on their way home. Isn't that nice? And LJ Merritt got it right. This is the Newport Bay Club at Disneyland Paris. So this is one of this is one of the official resorts at Disneyland Paris. It's sort of like after the Disneyland Hotel, which is right at the entrance to the Disneyland Park. This is probably sort of like the flagship one. It is, yes, it is Disneyland Paris. It's called the Newport Bay Club. And just to the left of this picture is then the Disney Village, and just on the other side of that is then the entrance to the parks. And I just thought the sky in this was so amazing, and then just the contrast of the blues and the yellows, it just turned out great. And I don't mean to like pat myself on the back. Sometimes I'm just happy with the results. Nyla says it looks like a painting, and yes, I did use a little bit of filters to bring out the colors a little bit to increase the contrast and to also smooth out the water, at least in the foreground. But I mean, there's not really any waves in that lake anyway, so it's not like I really had to do a lot. But yeah, I'm just really happy with the way that turned out. Okay, the next one is okay, this isn't necessarily like a really artsy fartsy shot, but I thought y'all would get a kick out of this. I don't know if I've ever shared this before. This is me in downtown Vegas, probably in like 2014 or 2015. And yeah, I paid a couple dollars to get my picture taken with these two showgirls. And I don't usually take these kind of like typically vacation holiday photo opportunities, but I don't know, for some reason I thought it would be really funny to try this. And yeah, I mean, looking at this memory, it got me to laugh and giggle again. And so isn't that kind of what it's about? I make these videos now, and I have a larger purpose than just remembering what I did for myself or wanting to show it to my family. My purpose now is also about entertaining and educating all of you who may be planning to go there or may just be interested in watching what it's like to be there. But for most people who don't do what I do, then it's just about the memory and wanting to share something with friends and family. And this is such a typical, funny, yeah, I don't know, like typical touristy photo. And I was really I'm really glad that I did it because I don't usually do these things. So yeah, I was happy. All right, I'm going to take a little sip of my water. And we'll move on to this shot. Okay, I know that a lot of you have seen this. This is Big Thunder Mountain, which is a roller coaster in the Frontierland section of Disneyland Paris. There are Big Thunder Mountain roller coasters in California and in Florida and in Tokyo, but this one is a little bit different because it's surrounded by water. And I actually got this shot off of the paddle boat. So this isn't, this was kind of like a right place at the right time. The sky just happened to be like it was, and the train was coming around the corner, and you can see a little bit of the mist over here. Right, where is it? Here, from that water splash effect. And it just turned out really, really great. I love this ride. As a teenager, I fantasized about this ride, and this shot is just, I'm so happy with this way. I'm so happy with the way this turned out, and I feel like I could sell this as a postcard or something if it wasn't, Disney, but I can't. Yeah. Better take off them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. All right, let's move on. And I'm getting really, I love sharing these pictures with you. And like I said, I'm going to show you a little preview of tomorrow's video coming up. Yvette wants to know, what do I use for my photos? Just your iPhone? And yeah, I think most of these were just made with my iPhone. And then I do a little bit of retouching and like pimping them with an app called Snapseed. It's not an expensive app, and once you there's a little bit of a learning curve with it, but once you figure out how it works, you can really, I usually just use it to bring out the contrast of the colors and highlights and shadows, and yeah, and sometimes add a little bit more saturation. I mean, like, there's obviously a lot of saturation in this photo. Saturation means like making the colors like really thick and juicy. I really love this shot. I want to make it a poster. All right, moving on. Next one here is, what is this? Another Disney one. There are cruise ones coming up, by the way. This is at Walt Disney World in Florida, obviously taken a couple years ago because look at how many people are standing so close to each other, and B, yeah, there are no fireworks at the moment because they're trying to avoid having so many people stand so close together. But this was just also sort of had my finger on the thing at the right time, and happened to get these bursts happening like parallel at both sides of this really beautifully lit castle. And this almost gives me goosebumps looking at it, because I don't know, like, just look at it. Oh, hold on. Can I make some? No, that's not it. No, none of these are. I thought maybe I had one of those like magical sounds, like ring. But no. Yeah. So this is another shot that I have that, yeah, I'm sure that there are hundreds, if not thousands of people who have exactly this picture, but still, yeah, I really enjoy it. And like Dan says, can't wait to get back. Carol says, I was there then. I remember it was freezing that night. Yeah, it does get cold in Florida in the evenings and in the daytime. Yeah. All right, moving on. This one. Oh, sorry. Here we are talking about alcohol again. And this is, this isn't like really artsy fartsy, but I think the reason that I really enjoy this shot is just because when I look at it, it sort of like plays with my senses, Like, I can imagine how cold those glasses feel in my hand. I can imagine the texture of the the slushy in my mouth. I can imagine how sweet and sour it tastes. I can feel the cold straw on my lips. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what makes a good photo and or art, is something that not just not just reminds you of a moment in time, but also sort of, uh, sparks feelings or emotions or, like a reflex or something like that. You know what I mean? Um, Louis wants to know if we put up a Christmas tree this year and if I could post a photo of it. We have one tree up, like in the hallway. I have a fake tree, a small fake tree, and I put it up in the hallway. I can't show you from here. And we are planning on getting a real tree and setting it up, but we haven't done that yet. But when we do it, I will, of course, show you a picture if you want to see it. Joyce says they didn't put the crystal lights on the castle this year. Bummer. Yeah, that really is a bummer. Does that mean that they don't even have the Elsa like freezing the castle show? It would feel like that's such a small show and it's over so quickly that it wouldn't lead to people congregating, but I don't know. There's so many things happening at the moment that I really just don't understand anymore. But yeah. All right, moving on. I've got like 3 or 4 more shots, and then I want to show you, like I said, a preview of tomorrow's video. Joyce says, no Elsa. Yeah, so many live entertainment people lost their jobs. I know from people who follow me on YouTube and also friends of mine who are working in live entertainment, not only at Disney, but also in New York. I have friends who are Tony Award winners or who have been nominated for Tonys that are currently on welfare because there's no work for showbiz people at the moment. And that I don't mean that's not that's not in any way criticizing people who have to be on welfare. What I'm saying is these are like some of the most talented, most successful level of people, and they've been out of a job for so long that they have nothing else to do, and that's what it's like at Disney too. I mean, how many people were let go? It's so sad. But let's keep this happy, like this fantastic moment. Hey Miranda, glad you could make it. This is actually taken at Atlantis, but not in the Bahamas. This was at Atlantis in Dubai. And they have this, the gigantic, really big, oh, can you see my hands here? Jazz hands. They have these really huge windows into the aquarium there. And this was taken from quite a ways back. But if you look at the shadow of the people like way up close and the size of the fish in there, and then look at like that. Is that a mom or a dad with their kid in the stroller? And yeah, so not only is it the contrast in the colors and just like the size and the majestic look of the pillars and that window that I like about this shot, but it's also the subtle interaction that you really kind of have to look for between the mom or the dad there and their kid in the stroller. I just think that's a really cool moment, and I'm sure the kid was, really digging that view too. You know what I mean? Have any of you ever been to Atlantis in Dubai? We enjoyed being there. We won't be going back anytime soon, but it was a really interesting experience, and there are videos about that on my channel. So if you want to see more about that and see more of this, amazing aquarium, then just search for those in my library. Thank you to everybody who's just showing up. There's a handful more people just showed up, I saw. And we're going through, I've got one more travel photo here, and I can't tell what it is. And then I'm going to show you a little preview of tomorrow's video. So this one, it's been a long time since anybody's had a view like that. This was taken in Nassau in the Bahamas, and I think that's the Carnival Sensation next to us. And we are on the Carnival, I think this is from the Carnival Sunrise. Yeah, it must be. And in between us, way in the background there, is I think the NCL jade, I want to say. I don't know. Can anybody identify that? Can I zoom in at all? I don't think I can. No. But I just like this like canyon of ship there, and then you can see the sun glowing on the back of that Carnival ship next to us. I don't know if I can't remember what ship that was. I know I could figure it out, but I just love how the setting sun is just like shining on the back, and it kind of, the perspective of the railing there and then the sun shining on the back of that ship draws your eye to the back, and then you notice there's another ship on the horizon. You know, I'm just really, really happy with the way that turned out. Cyber Green says, I think it's the jade. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the size of the jade. I just don't know if the jade was in the, was cruising to the Bahamas at the beginning of this year, but it could be. Douglas writes, I was on the Sunrise back when it was Triumph. Love the colors of the picture. I forgot that that's right, that the Triumph was like totally gutted and remade after they had that long, like where they were stuck at sea, and then they decided instead of making it like Triumph 2.0, they gave it a whole new name. Yvette writes, I can't wait for that view. You are not alone. You are not alone. We all want to cruise. I better not sing too much because then I'll get flagged. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah, there's some people here writing that they miss cruising and that they can't wait to see that again. And I know, you know, I mean, I'm not one to talk. I was on 5 cruises this year, but that doesn't mean that I don't still miss it. However, I know that there are many of you who must miss it so much more than I do because, because I mean, many of you didn't get to cruise at all in 2020. And so that's, you know, I totally get you. Luis writes, Atlantis and Dubai is on my bucket list. So is Anthem of the Seas out of Bayonne, New Jersey. No traveling for a very, very long time. Yeah, I've been to both of those, and I can highly recommend them if it's something you want to do. Neela writes, I really want you to do another Disney cruise. I've done 5 and have 2 more booked. Well, all right. Yes, I would like to do, I mean, I could imagine doing Disney again, but it's not going to be the first cruise that I go on. There's a lot of other cruise lines I want to try out now, and just for the price and the budget and everything, Disney is not going to be high on the list in the beginning. Mrs. BS says, shh, I'm working. I'm an elementary school nurse. Well, I hope nobody comes into the office. All right, I'm just going to take one more little sip of water here, and then I'm going to give you a little preview of tomorrow's video. And then we'll probably wrap it up, but I will answer a couple more questions. So the video you're about to see is, like I said, the beginning of a much longer video that's going online tomorrow. And it was a sea day that I had on my most recent cruise on the MSC Grandiosa, as we were somewhere off the coast of Italy, I want to say on our way to Civitavecchia. And I woke up that morning and opened the curtains, and I could not believe my eyes because the ocean outside was so calm and so quiet, and the sun reflecting off of it was just incredible. And so I'm going to show you a little bit of it right now, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it doesn't make you miss cruising anymore. I hope it just makes you sort of feel happy and distracted, okay?
You and me. Little by little we're drowning, drowning down. Little by little the tide is rising. Little by little we're drowning, drowning down. Little by little the tide is rising.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to lunch. As you know,
What do you think? I know. Didn't that look fake? You can't imagine how I reacted when I woke up that morning and opened the shade and looked out and saw that. I was like, am I dreaming? I've never seen the ocean look like that. In my 20 cruises, I have never seen the ocean look like that. It was so amazing. And as I was watching this again, I wanted to say, it's an Italian or a European cruise because in that one shot of the pool at the back of the ship, I think I saw like 5 guys in Speedos. So either a gay cruise or a European cruise. Good morning, Bo, in California. We're just getting ready to wrap up here, but I'm glad you can make it. And you can go back and watch the whole thing from the beginning in a couple minutes when it goes online again. Marlos writes, this is the reason why I always want a balcony. I love to eat and drink on it with the sound and view of the sea. Yes, I mean, that was, like I said, it was so surreal to just be sitting out there having my morning decaf coffee and a croissant and just like looking at the glass, like a mirror, as far as the eye could see. It was so amazing. Kara says, so beautiful. Love the music you paired with it. Well, thank you. I do. I spend probably more time than necessary looking for music titles when I'm doing my videos. I use this service called Epidemic Sound, which is just for like social media. They make music for social media. And if you are interested, by the way, in using their music for your YouTube channel or for your Instagram videos or whatever, there's a link in my description where you can sign up and get like a referral. So just so you know. Cyber Green says it looks just like a Royal Caribbean fake virtual balcony cabin. Yes, I know. That's exactly what it's like. It looks fake, and I'm sure that people are going to accuse me of like somehow manipulating it when the video goes online tomorrow, but it was really like that. Live Simply Live says that is so beautiful. Thank you for this. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for coming here and saying hi and supporting what I do. Joyce writes, the sound of the water. I can almost smell the ocean. Yeah. However, I did think I got a sunburn out there on the balcony that morning. Vanessa writes, good morning. Sorry I'm so late. Love your videos. Well, thanks for coming. Yeah, that's okay that you're late. You can go back and watch it from the beginning when we're done here in just a minute. Donna writes, I love the video this morning. What a nice way to start my crazy day. It was a nice, the comments are going quick here now. It was a very peaceful, soothing, calming, beautiful. Thank you. Well, it's going online again tomorrow, so you can watch it then as well. A super chat from Vanessa. Where is it? Ooh, wrong one. I love that sound. Thank you so much, Vanessa. What a fantastic early Christmas present. That's so nice of you. By the way, I still have a little bit of Christmas shopping to do. I'm kind of late this year. Travelin' Hawk writes, I always love your music parodies. The time you spend with that is much appreciated. Well, thank you very much. Like I said, I sometimes spend like a half an hour listening to just going through and listening to like a couple seconds of a song. And I'm like, nope, it's not that one. Nope, it's not that one. Because I have like a certain mood or feeling. And I try to find something that fits to that mood or feeling. And when you're going, just like listening to all these different songs, you like know immediately if it's right or not, So like it doesn't, I probably listen to like 50, 60 songs before I pick the right one. Because like I said, you just listen to a couple seconds and it's like, nope, next one, nope, next one, nope, next one. And yeah, that's all from Epidemic Sound. I've been using them for several years, and they do, like I said, have a referral program. So if you are interested in getting that, look in the description below. Well, everybody, thank you for coming out here and just hanging out with me for 3/4 of an hour. It was a great distraction for me this afternoon, and I hope that I could distract you as well. And look at this. For anybody who's watched from the beginning to the end, it is now completely dark outside. It's 10 minutes past 4 in the afternoon, and we went from being sort of light outside to completely black as night. So that's what it's like here, and that's another reason why I just really appreciate having you all there. That when I feel like, gosh, I kind of want to talk to people, that I can just sit down here and you all show up. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed looking at these pictures. I hope you enjoyed the preview of the video for tomorrow, talking about the music. I enjoyed answering your questions and chatting with you, and I hope that you have a great rest of the week. There's a video going online tomorrow, and then I will see you again for a live Sunday Sofa Time coming up this Sunday. Check my Facebook page for the time, and check my YouTube channel for then the link to the video. All right. I hope you all can make it too. See you then.